What can I say about the Los Angeles Lakers this season that hasn't already been said? We've literally seen it all. The flashes of greatness that have been less frequent than some may have expected. The struggles that make you feel as if all hope is lost. Serious question. Do any of you guys have faith that the Los Angeles Lakers are capable of turning this season around? I've asked this question quite a few times on my channel, so you know what? I actually want to present you guys with a new one. Now that the bar has likely been lowered for the Los Angeles Lakers, what would turning this season around even look like? Every time that I feel that all hope is lost, LeBron has a game like the one versus Utah that just makes me rethink everything. The clutch shots, the big dunks.
Inside, here comes LeBron! Here comes LeBron!
Well, I tell you, every time Russell Westbrook gets into...
While it's easy to forget that LeBron James is 37, it's not easy to forget the harsh reality that the Lakers now face. And we're going to get into that in just a second. But first, let's get a word from our sponsor. I want to give a major shout out to Fetch Rewards for sponsoring today's video. For those of you wondering what Fetch Rewards is, well, check it out. Fetch Rewards is a super easy to use app where you earn rewards on basically anything that you buy. Guys, I'm not making this up. All you have to do is scan any receipt or e-receipt and you earn points. It's so simple. You can redeem those points for hundreds of rewards, including Amazon, Visa gift cards, your favorite stores, literally anything, bro. Fetch is completely free. Now, I know some of you guys are still wondering, Coop, why should I click that link down in the description below and download Fetch? Well, just hear me out. Fetch is fast. You can do everything to get your points and spend those points in just a matter of minutes. You know what? I should just show you guys how easy using Fetch Rewards actually is. Look at this, guys. Just take a few pictures, click submit, and you gotta be kidding me. The boss thing about Fetch is that you can even use e-receipts. Just click the e-receipts button and it'll check your recent purchases. Fetch is not picky about receipts. There are so many rewards to choose from and you can earn points from pretty much anywhere. Check out the link in the description below and use code GETLIKECOOP for a free 3,000 points whenever you scan your first receipt. Yeah, don't mind me guys, just browsing rewards, about to use my free 3,000 points. Again, just download the app, use code GETLIKECOOP, it could all be so simple. Fetch came in the clutch with the code for my channel, so be sure to take advantage of it before it's too late. A major shout out to Fetch for sponsoring this video. After a rough loss versus Milwaukee, LeBron had a very straightforward response when asked about the Lakers' level of play.
Where they are right now? I don't know. Do I think we can reach the level where Milwaukee is right now? No. Is that what you want to hear from me? No. Go ahead, you want to follow up? I will hope so, but right now, we can't get to where they are right now. I mean, they're the defending champions for a reason. And I guarantee if you would have asked teams coming out of the bubble if they could get to the level that we were playing at, when we won a championship, they said the same thing.
Now, before I get into Bron's response, guys, Giannis really gave Los Angeles 44 and then had 50 a few games later, like everything was all chill. Can anybody else smell a Giannis breakdown coming to my channel soon? Now, to get back to Bron's response, while Bron is coming from a logical place, ideally you don't want to hear something like this from the leader of your team, even if there is truth to it. Unfortunately, right now, it seems that the Los Angeles Lakers will only go as far as LeBron can take them. Or maybe I should say the rest of the squad, because LeBron has been a strong constant all season. Night in and night out, we know what we're getting from LeBron James. But when it comes to the role players, we have absolutely no idea. In a stacked Western Conference, the Los Angeles Lakers are going to need its role players to step up. And also, of course, Russell Westbrook. Regardless of however you define Russell Westbrook, we know that he's more than capable. It's only a matter of getting it done and playing confident, yet within himself, which is of course easy for me to say and hard for somebody to do. Westbrook is a player where confidence is everything. I still can't believe the crowd asked him not to shoot the ball. I really do believe that the crowd saying don't shoot it led to the shot.
Westbrook thought about it. Crowd kind of telling him no, and he missed it. Davis another rebound, fouled and one. Anthony Davis dominating down low on a chance for a three-point play.
It's hard for me to put into words, but sometimes you just really want to prove people wrong. If you're at the gym and they're leaving you open, just disrespecting you, you're going to want to knock down that shot because you know how sweet it's going to feel afterwards. On the other side of things, if you miss that shot, let's not talk about all of that. There's not many worse feelings in basketball than being disrespected as a shooter. While the Westbrook disrespect has been high, Let's call Westbrook's game versus Utah a major step in the right direction, and something that he could build off of. I'm probably more on the irrational side, but I haven't completely lost hope for the Los Angeles Lakers. You know what's crazy? I said the same thing a few weeks ago for the Kings, and then they traded Halliburton. Hey, at least Fox is being unleashed. Did anybody else catch Westbrook saying that he felt discomfort in his back against Milwaukee because he's not accustomed to sitting down for long stretches? You literally cannot write this stuff. Westbrook would miss his next game versus a Portland team that everybody thought would turn on the tank. For one, Westbrook is a wild dude. For two, shout out to Anthony Simons and Josh Hart. If you're an OG of my channel, you'd know that we got Simons right. And maybe a few others wrong, but we're not here to talk about that right now. To take things back to the Utah game, though LeBron would go off, the Lakers would lose one of their most important players in Anthony Davis. I won't show you guys the full video of AD's injury for multiple reasons. When I saw AD go down, I thought he was done for the season. When I saw the replays, I really didn't feel any better. According to Shams, AD would be diagnosed with a mid-foot sprain on his right foot. He's going to be reevaluated in 4 weeks. This is a reminder that being reevaluated in 4 weeks does not mean returning in 4 weeks. This video of him being carried off by his teammates is incredibly tough to watch. AD has had some unfortunate injuries this season. He battled back from what was a relatively rough start to only get injured again. That's incredibly tough, especially when there's a narrative that already surrounds your name. I'm going to try and skip out on the nicknames that the media have come up with for AD, and instead, I'll talk about the fact that the media is already trying to facilitate an Anthony Davis trade. Stephen A cited the durability for AD as one of the main reasons that the Lakers should look into trading him.
You don't keep Anthony Davis. Here's why. Because his value is his value as a player, but durability is a question mark at age 28. As you get older, those durability questions are going to be more prevalent.
I'm curious to know your thoughts about a potential Anthony Davis trade. Though it would seem incredibly unlikely, what would a trade package for Anthony Davis even look like at this point? Is it safe to say that the trade wouldn't look anything like what it took to get him? While we're here, I'd like to say that that trade was well worth it. Here's a reminder that rings do not come cheap. A lot of teams are ringless, and there's no shame in that. Winning in the NBA can be incredibly tough. When it comes to building a roster for the future, I wonder what the Los Angeles Lakers are thinking. Are they still all in on LeBron James and Anthony Davis? The Lakers are in this weird spot where they're not true contenders, they don't have a lot of assets for the future, and they don't really have many picks. The contract of Russell Westbrook has done a great job of destroying their flexibility. Hey, it's not all bad though. Malik Monk and Reeves are legit. There's also no telling what direction the Lakers take to finish the season. With that said, I was a little surprised that the Los Angeles Lakers didn't make a move at the trade deadline. You could question the validity of this report, but according to ESPN's Dave McMenamin, Houston discussed a trade package centered around John Wall and Christian Wood with the Los Angeles Lakers before the trade deadline. Quote, "There was a message that the Lakers were not willing to take on more money. Remember how earlier I said that I was surprised that the Lakers didn't make a move at the trade deadline? Well, I was a little less surprised when I read this report. Quote, "The Lakers' current roster will probably be the roster for next season too." According to Ramona Shelburne, the Lakers had a belief that they should not make a move for the sake of making a move. The Lakers would only be interested in making an upgrade if it made them significantly better. Shelburne would go on to say, now obviously the minimum contract guys will change, but I think this is what they've got. There was a couple of weird signals that I've seen since that. I don't think LeBron's been in a situation where he just gets told no flat out very often. Even Dan Gilbert eventually kind of bent. I think the Lakers' reluctance to move any assets or picks is very telling. With reports saying that Bron and AD pushed for Russell Westbrook, maybe the front office really is putting its foot down like Shelburne stated. As I've said earlier, the Westbrook contract has put them in an incredibly tough place. If you were the Los Angeles Lakers, what would you do in this situation? Hey man, I know this, regardless of whatever they do, they better find a way to keep Malik Monk. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on everything. And also, let me know who you guys blame the Russell Westbrook contract on. I'm just trying to see something, I'm just really curious. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm GETLIKECOOP, bringing you guys the scoop. Until our next upload.